On today's show, Model Y deliveries may be slightly delayed for Australia, Sentry Mode, good or bad thing, and Tesla Cybertruck confirmed, finally. G'day and welcome, my name is Chris and I cover from an Australian perspective technologies such as electric vehicles and more. If you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing. Okay, first up is Tesla is perhaps, according to sources close to the car maker, we should do that with big inverted commas, they're going to be upgrading its Model 3 and Model Y lines at Giga Shanghai complex. Noted by Bloomberg on the 23rd of June, Tesla is supposedly upgrading the Model Y production line to around 14,000 units per week and Tesla Model 3 output to increase to 7,700 vehicles per week. That's like a 27 and 40% increase respectively. And it's big for sure. If realized, this will mean that an annualized production rate of more than 400,000 vehicles per year. Details of the upgrades have been rumored for a while, and they're going to be carried over like different stages, with a complete shutdown at the start of July, and then little closures across the month, and then in early August, everything will be back up and going again. Will this affect Australian Model Y orders? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? But nonetheless, this will actually therefore mean it will release a lot of capacity in the very near future, meaning maybe that August to November delivery date might become, I don't know, September to November delivery date. We'll have to wait and see. Question: does Tesla's Sentry Mode pose a threat to privacy? Why? Asking for a friend. A head of security at a German police station located in Berlin has released a memo asking for a ban on Teslas coming anywhere near police stations and headquarters, and he considers the cars to be a threat to data security. Now, this is just one guy, right? And I'll talk more about dash cams in a moment, plus the differences between like public and private spaces. But earlier this year, we also learned how in China, they might ban Teslas at military bases due to security concerns. For those who might not know, Tesla owners can opt for their footage to be captured from their cars and store it locally on a USB stick or let's say an SSD hard drive. This is great for potential vandal attacks on the car, or if you're involved in or near a car accident. Taking that footage then can be easily shared and is actually frequently shows on awesome channels like Wham Bam Tester Cam, and which I actually enjoy watching from time to time. It's just a real bit of a car wrecker for show, isn't it? But you could go down the rabbit hole of what if, and how footage captured by Teslas could easily be shared with someone with sinister motives. Concerning indeed, and something that military agencies around the world have probably actually got a blanket ban on, well, no cars on site anyway, so that covers off not only Teslas with Sentry Mode but also dash cams. They also might have bans on mobile phones or insert any recording device here. But taking this back to Australian law, unless a car is like actually on private property, you are free to film on public lands, aka roads and the like. So is this guy acting from a place of true fighting crime and avoiding data security, or is it he actually more paranoid about someone's comings and goings? I'm not sure. What do you think? Will this become something that becomes a thing in Australia? And finally, it looks like Tesla's Cybertruck might finally enter production mid-2023. Elon Musk saying in an interview with Tesla owner Silicon Valley that the final design is finally locked. The Cybertruck was unveiled back in 2019 and was supposed to enter the American market by the end of 2021. That was then pushed back to mid-2022, late 2022, and now we hope, I guess, that it will enter production into America by mid-2023. The delays with the Tesla Cybertruck have been many, obviously, and I think you can all agree that Tesla's had a lot on its plate. They've had to build Texas and Berlin gigas, they've had COVID, they've had shutdowns, part supplies, chip shortages, you name it. And in this interview, which is quite long, mind you, but I've linked it down below, so feel free to go check it out yourself. Elon did say that they were fussing around with the design too much, and they just had to get on with it and lock it down. So great, that's awesome. But once again, we learned a few weeks ago, about a month ago, that orders for the Tesla Cybertruck might not actually be available to anyone outside of the US because they took off the order page. You can stay updated on the Australian one, but you can no longer order it. We'll have to just wait and see. That therefore means that, okay, it's now 3 years, so that makes it 4 years, and then the usual 3-year delay for Tesla to get to market in Australia with their product, so that's 7 years since release. I think that's going to be a bad thing for Tesla because Rivian, the R1T, maybe Ford brings out the F-150 to Australia. Who knows? No plans yet, mind you, but I'm just guesstimating that there's going to be those and others that come to market before finally the Cybertruck gets here. And so I do hope that they do get on with it. Alright, well that will do it for today's episode, and I do hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, give me a sub, it's absolutely free. You want to see more news like this and behind the scenes and stories that I don't show on YouTube, join me over here on Patreon where you get all this and a lot more from as little as $2.50 per month. And as per usual, you be good and you be green.